Clubhouse is exploding right now. Literally everyone I've spoken to who has heard of this app wants to get in. There are two problems with that though. Number one is that you actually can't get in unless you get an invite because it's currently in beta testing. And number two, it's that it's only available on iOS, which means if you don't have an iOS device, you're shit out of luck anyway. One phenomenon that has actually sprung from this exclusivity is kind of like a black market, like a secondary market. And like any market, when there's no supply and a lot of demand, the price goes up, except for Bitcoin, by the way, but anyway. And right now, because there's literally no other way to access the app unless you get an invite, demand skyrocketed and people started actually buying their way into the app. You bougie capitalists. I'm not kidding. That's how much people want it. But the question you're here for is it legal to do that? Great question. One way to know that is to actually read the terms of service, which most people just agree to without even looking at. And you might be one of them. And in the terms, there's a section called commercial use. And if you read it carefully, part of it says that Clubhouse prohibits, among other things, selling, reselling, exploiting any part of the service or access to the service. My personal opinion, which is not a legal opinion, is that it's probably not legal because invites are at the very least a portion of the service and most definitely are an access to the service. And since you as a seller would be selling or as a buyer would be exploiting the service, you're probably not allowed to do that. But you might be thinking, Hassan, the terms are prohibiting distribution too, to which I say true, and sending an invite can be considered a distribution, to which I'll also say true. But there's one minor detail that you might be missing. There's an exception to the rule for the things that the company otherwise permits. And since the company explicitly allows you to send the invites to a maximum of 2 cool people, then in that case, the prohibition would not apply. Get it? Anyway, that's just my opinion. Do what you want. I'm not your lawyer anyway, at least not yet. Speaking of which, if Clubhouse is expanding to Toronto at any time soon, RLG is going to give you the best rates in town, baby. Now, all kidding aside, to all of you new viewers, thank you so much for making it this far. I've saved the introduction to the very end to save you guys some time, but I'd really appreciate it if you could give me 60 seconds to introduce myself. My name is Hassan. I've been making videos for about a month now full time. I'm originally a lawyer in Toronto who worked in Silicon Valley and on Bay Street. And I left it all behind me to build this company, NITC Media, which is producing the show you guys are watching right now. And NITC stands for not in the cards because everybody told me that my dream was not in the cards for me. So I made it my company's name, of course. And every single day I make high energy, very positive and interesting content about humans, business, startups, law, investing, and in a different world traveling. And that's what this media company will bring you. A media company that you can actually trust and get behind, that's by and for people our age and who are, like me, a little bit bohemian. And which, by the way, you might soon have the opportunity to invest in. And if you want to hear more about that, please go watch our series Leap. It explains the crazy journey of this startup. And although I've only been active for about a month or so, I promise you, I am not stopping. I've left everything behind for this company and I'm like a hungry honey badger. I have a crazy goal of reaching 1 million subscribers by the end of the year, and currently I have about 15,000 subscribers combined on all platforms, and I've spoken to a lot of them and I can tell you that they are extremely amazing and engaged, and a subscription from you would be helping us out enormously. And if you can't, that's no problem. Please consider liking the video because that helps push the content out to more people. So if you like this video, please help us out by subscribing to this channel and sending this video out to as many people as you can. Thank you so much, and I promise you're in for one hell of a ride and you will not be bored. Peace. Oh, I also don't really know how to do this, but anyway.